Hello guys, welcome to my channel. In this video, we are looking at Pythagoras Theorem. Okay, it states that in a right angled triangle, the square of the hypotenuse is equal to the sum of the squares of the other two sides. So, Pythagoras Theorem is used on right angled triangles only. Okay, it is used on right angled triangles only. Let us look at this diagram which shows right angled triangle ABC. So you can see that we use the capital letters to show the angles at the vertices here, and the small letters ABC to show the sides. Okay, for example, this side which is opposite angle A is shown using small letter A, and this side which is opposite angle B is shown using small letter B, and this side with the hypotenuse which is opposite the angle C is also represented using small letter C. Okay, so the hypotenuse is the longest side which is opposite the given right angle. Okay, so let me give you some questions to help you appreciate or understand Pythagoras Theorem. Okay, let me start with this one. The first question here says, calculate the value of x. So we've got a right angle triangle here. The lengths of the other two sides are 4 meters and 3 meters. So you can see that x is the hypotenuse or the longest side. Okay, so according to Pythagoras theorem, the square of the longest side is equal to the sum of the squares of the other two sides. So let's proceed. It's x raised to the power 2, which is the hypotenuse, equals to 3 raised to the power 2 and 4 raised to the power 2. Finally, x to the power 2 equals to 9 plus 16, which is x to the power 2 equals 25. And taking square roots of both sides, we find that x is 5 meters. So this hypotenuse or that length is 5 meters. Okay, let's proceed to the second question. Here we can see that we are given the hypotenuse as 13 centimeters and one of the sides as 5 centimeters. We want to find the other side here shown represented by A. Okay, so applying Pythagoras theorem, the longest side, the square of the longest side, in this case 13, is raised to the power 2. 13 squared equals to the sum of the other two sides here, A squared plus 5 squared, which is A squared plus 25. And then 13 raised to the power 2 is 169. So 169 equals A squared plus 25. Collecting like terms, 169 minus 25. Taking note, this 25 on the right side of the equal sign has got a positive sign. But when 25 is taken to the left-hand side of the equal sign, this 25 is given an opposite sign, in this case the negative. So 169 minus 25 equals A to the power 2. Finally, A raised to the power 2 equals 144. And then taking square roots of both sides, we find that our A is 12 centimeters. Okay, so let me give you the final question on Pythagoras theorem. Okay, so here in this question, I've got two right-angled triangles. The first one is BCD, is the smaller one, and ABD. So you want to calculate the length of AD. Okay, you want to find the length of side AD, which is this one, also represented using the letter X. Okay, so if you check very well, you can see that AD is on the right angle triangle ABD. So you cannot straight away use triangle ABD to find this AD. Why? Because on triangle ABD, there are two unknown sides. This one is y centimeters and this one which you want to find, which is x centimeters. We only know one length. In other words, on this side, triangle ABD, we know only one length of 6 centimeters. So there's no way you can use Pythagoras theorem knowing only one side on a right angle triangle. We must know the length of any two sides for us to find the length of the third side. So first of all, I will have to find the length of BD here, which is y centimeters, using the smaller right angle triangle. Okay, so let's proceed. So as far as the smaller right angle triangle is concerned, this BD, which is called y centimeters, is the hypotenuse of this smaller triangle, because this BD is opposite this right angle, okay? Over this right angle. So applying Pythagoras theorem, we say y is to the power 2 equals 2 to the raised power 2 plus 3 raised to the power 2. Finally, y squared equals 4 plus 9, which is y squared equals 13. Okay, so there is no need for us to find the actual value of y. In this case, we just leave our answer as it is, as y raised to the power 2 equals 13. Okay, we will use that this as it is in the next stage of working. So now, you are now want to find the side AD, or x centimeters. Okay, so let AD be x centimeters. So in triangle ABD, AD is the hypotenuse. Okay, so x squared equals to y squared plus 6 squared. Remember, the value of y squared is 13. Okay, so x squared equals 13 plus 36. X squared equals 49. Taking square roots of both sides, we will find that x equals to 7. So AD equals to 7 centimeters. Okay, thank you for watching. See you in the next videos.